Hi everyone, my name is Jaya Khatri and I am the managing partner at Langoik. And today we have come up with this webinar series, which is promoting German language as well as studying in Germany. So I'll start with my introduction. So I'm right now currently managing everything at Langoik. And back in 2019, I started learning German at Goethe Institute, New Delhi. And in 2011, I completed C2 level. And ever since then, I am teaching German language. And in 2014, I did my master's at JNU. And I taught all over India over there. And in 2018, I also had a chance to fly to Germany and I did a course at Freie Universität Berlin. So that was a small introduction about me. And now I would also like to introduce you all what Langoik is and what all problems Langoik is actually solving. So Langoik is basically a German language institution and it's solving these problems. Namely, firstly, most of the institutions which are offering online classes for the German language, they are offering from A1 to B1, but Langoik is offering the classes from A1 to C1 under one level. And other problem which is solved by Langoik is it is preparing for the TestDaF and the other competitive exams like TestRS. And the problem, the most important problem, which is not at all taken into account by most of the German schools, German language schools, is cultural aspect. So Langoik is also solving this problem. That means the Langoik is absolutely taking into account. We offer Sundays sessions with native Germans so that our students get an insight to German culture, not only to this language. And also, most of the German language schools are not providing any kind of guidance, like if anyone wants to fly to Germany, what kind of guidance. There we are playing a role. And also credibility. So Langoik is taking the credibility as in over here, all the trainers, like we have 20 plus teaching staff members and also our IT team. So everyone is having a very good qualifications. That means we are the credibility of them. And then the study material, that means students who are like studying at Langoik, they don't have to go here and there for the study material. Everything is given to them. Yeah. And also we have another X factor which Langoik offers. That is our online portal where we offer virtual lectures. These are the grammar lectures, and others are the self-assessment material. That means after like completion of every chapter, you can take up a self-test through this portal. And there are lots of quizzes, reading material and listening material. So with the help of all these, you are able to enhance your German language knowledge and also learn this language very efficiently and faster alone through this portal. Plus, we have over there a tracking system. Through that, you can keep the track of your classes in case if you miss any class. So these are the problems which Langoik is solving. Now, I would like you to introduce to Mayuree Patail. Mayuree was a student at Langoik and she has completed from A2 to B2.2 in just 7 months. Currently, she is doing Masters in Cosmetic Science at University of Hamburg. And I am really glad that you have made through this. Also, I would like you to please tell us in which field have you completed your bachelor's and what is your profile so that the viewers get an insight what all you have done and now currently like telling about what's your experience about doing your studies in the University of Hamburg.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Mayuree Patail, and I've completed my BTech in cosmetic science, and I have 2.5 years of experience in research and development in cosmetic companies. I joined Langoik in November 2021, I guess. And before that, I've done A1 on my own. Later, I joined Langoik. It took me 4 months to do A1 on my own. Later, I joined Langoik in November. And then I completed my B2.2 in the month of July. So within 7 months, I completed my A2 to B2, and I complete. And currently, I'm enrolled at University of Hamburg, and I'm studying masters in cosmetic Wissenschaft, that is cosmetic science. So yeah.
Okay, so do you have the work experience in the same field?
Yes, I have 2.5 years of work experience as a research person in cosmetic company.
Ah, that's really very great.
Yeah.
So that means it must have been played a very important role in your profile.
Right, right. I don't have research, like I haven't written any research papers, but I guess the experience that I've done played a major role for getting me the admit of the university, because they had clearly mentioned that you are supposed to have at least a year of experience, and other than that, research papers always help if you have written it. So I had completed my master's in relevant, completed my bachelor's in relevant field. Also, I had relevant work experience, so it was quite easy for me to get admit. So I had applied only to Hamburg University because none other university was providing this course, and I was very adamant to get into that university and just to pursue that course. So yeah.
Okay. So you applied to just one university and got through.
Yes. Yes,
But
but that isn't the case for everyone. So I really wouldn't suggest to do that. Uh, but because no other university was providing such course related to cosmetics, I had no other option but to go for this university. And also the university is very prestigious. It is a good university. It comes among the topmost universities in Germany, in fact. So yeah.
okay.
Luckily, I got it. Yeah.
I'm really very glad that you got it, and also congratulate you for the same.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
that day you were also telling me that you wrote the TestDaF examination, yeah, for the same. But could you please just tell yourself the story about TestDaF and everything? Because I really want
Okay.
the viewers to know that. No?
So you should have an extra attempt just in case you don't go through it. So I had that in my mind. So I knew I had to go for two test stats. If I pass it in first attempt, well and good. If second, I need to have that option. So my B1 got cancelled, and I did not know where I stood. Because the exams weren't available from Goethe as well. I could not give it, but I think B1, if you're going for TestDaF or even B2, I think B1, getting a Goethe certificate of B1 is very important. You know where you stand, and on that basis, it gets easier for you to prepare further. So
Yeah.
uh, I did not have that clarity until I cleared my second attempt. So first I failed very miserably, and the result got out, and 12 days later I had my TestDaF second attempt, and I realized I haven't improved anything, and I'm about to give second attempt. So I just had 12 days, and I hadn't practiced Schriftliche as we are supposed to do it daily. I did not do it, and I got unter 3 in Schriftliche. So it was not even Tedian 3. So it was below Tedian 3.
Yes.
So I would really suggest everyone just to practice. Jam ma'am always told us that here, listen and read, and write. That is the only solution, and there's no way out, and there's no shortcut to it. So you have to write daily. you don't have any way out. You have to write it, and that is how you know where are you making mistakes. And then I practiced it for straight a week. I wrote a lot of Aufgabes, Übungen. I did a lot of schriftliche Aufgabe I did, and then later I sent ma'am to check, and she said that yeah, you can get through it this time, because clearly I had improvised just within a week. And then I realized if I had done that since the beginning, it would help me a lot.
Yeah.
So
So, the main point is that consistency. Instead of piling it up till the end, it's always better that one starts from the day one. And as you mentioned, there is no shortcut. That's very much true. That's very much true. I mean, people do say that they can complete a course in very short span, like for 20 days or 25 days, but that's really not possible. Mayuree could write the test staff again in 1 week and clear it. It had a reason behind it. Reason first, she was doing B2.1 and point 2 simultaneously. That means she was already investing some amount of time, like nearly 5 to 6 hours in a day. And besides that, she already had she has attempted once test staff. So she had this clarity, okay, this is how the exam is and how I have to now prepare. So within that 1 week, she was able to get through it. Yeah, she got through it. And the best part was because she had 2.5 years of work experience that added on, and that's how she got through it. So one thing which we can learn is uh, like, if like we always think I might not get through it, I might not get this university, I have seen the prerequisites, I have read everything, I might not get through it. But do not underestimate yourself. If you think that you have enough amount of work experience and your CGPA is good, then you can always apply, and rest leave it to the university. Yeah.
yeah.
And then one thing, right now you are doing the Masters in German taught program. Lot of students are afraid of it. They don't
Yeah.
really Masters in German
Yeah.
taught. How come you are like? Of course, you told us that was the only option you had. Yeah.
Hmm.
But lots of students, those who are coming from mechanical background, mechanical engineering and other parts of the engineering, they also get this option to do masters in German taught. But they are very reluctant to choose it. Like they are not so open towards it. They find it that it's always better to take up the English taught program. That's how they will be more, that will be more convenient to them. But how are you finding it, the German taught program?
Initially it was very difficult to understand everything, but slowly I got used to the pace, uh, and how a teacher speaks, that matters a lot. So once you get used to the teacher, a lot of teachers, like we have 5 to 6 subjects, so each teacher speaks differently in a kind of a different accent, and the way of speaking is different. But once you get used to their tone and everything, it gets easier to understand the language, because you have reached B2 C1 already, so you know the language. You just have to understand the accent, and like the speed of speaking is obviously a little bit faster. So initially it is scary, and also to understand the basic terms and fundamentals that we have learned since childhood in English, and now suddenly we have to get all of those things in German. So for me it was very difficult to understand even hydrogen and oxygen in German. So from that, I used to sit and open my dictionary continuously for each sentence, and there were new terms that I had to learn again. I had to relearn a lot of basic concepts just in German. I knew that in English, but so this is the change which I feel is just for a couple of months. Once you get used to it, it's totally fine, because eventually that is a German country. So if you're doing a course in English, it is obviously easier for now, but later I think German will be more helpful to you if you want to settle there and you have like long-term plans in the country. So obviously this will also give a good impression to your future employer that you took such a huge step, like going out of the way, out of our comfort zone, learning a whole new language to this level, and studying it for 2 complete years. It is a different kind of impression, and Germans usually tend to be much more impressed with you when you speak German very fluently. So yeah, and also the everybody in the class, teachers especially in my course, is very helpful. So if you have any questions, even to your fellow classmates, you can ask anything. Initially, as for me also, when we were given some tasks, I used to ask my classmates ki I did not understand it, please repeat it for me. After the teacher used to explain it, I used to ask them, and they used to explain it to me twice or thrice until I get it, and very sweetly. So that is not a problem. Even they understand that we are coming from a different background, but then uh, I think it is just temporary. You will get used to it, and there's nothing to be afraid of.
Okay, perfect.
Also, to that, I would like to add a point because like I had to miss my initial days of lectures also because I wasn't completely enrolled because I got my TestDaF score pretty late. So after my lectures were started, I got my TestDaF results. So planning our examination as per the application period and enrollment period is also very important, because then there's a chance that you might, like me, you can miss initial lectures. So planning everything properly and keeping a buffer exam date, so it is also very important. So you have to just plan everything for next year if you're planning to go there next year.
Yes, yes. Perfect. So that means planning, one thing. Second thing, according to Mayureee, is also consistency. Please be consistent. Beat anything. If you're learning a new language or learning new terminologies in new language, be consistent. Third, that is Mayuree's and my own experience has also shown me, if you think that university might not accept your application, thinking that no, my CGPA is low, or maybe I don't have that good profile, leave it to that university. Of course, I'm not asking you to think very like dreamy if you don't have that good CGPA and still expecting, and not like that ways. But if you have a good, decent CGPA and work experience, do apply in a university and leave it on the university whether it will give you an intake or not. So before we just end up, I would like to just show you all when our new batches are coming up. So these are the dates for A1 and A2 level. The dates are 28th of February, and for B1 and B2 it is 21st of February, that is tomorrow. And at the end, if we are not able to answer some questions or something is left, you can always write us a mail. Yeah. And I would really like to thank Mayureee, you again. And that was really very nice to have you over here. Yeah, I'm really very glad that you could make through this webinar and was able to take this up.
Anytime, ma'am. Even in fact, I would also like to thank you because I got through this year only because of you. So yeah, it makes up for it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That means really a lot to me. So everyone, thank you, the attendees, for attending this. So we'll now take a leave. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye.